Welcome, I'm Meredith. Welcome to Mindful Monday. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter class today, about 45 minutes, but we'll go all the way till 8 o'clock. If you have the ability to unmute yourself and just let me know if you have any requests at all, that would be helpful. If anybody has anything in specific, we're going to do like a light flow today, a light yoga flow. Definitely working on some spinal extension and flexion, and but if there's any specifics that you're looking for that you want me to include, let me know now. I'm happy to include them.
Lower back,
Okay.
calves.
Lower back and what?
Calves.
Oh, calves. Okay, I thought you said abs. I'm like, no, I'm 7 months pregnant. We're not doing abs. Got
we'll
it.
have to leave early because we start school today, so
Okay.
I apologize. Don't take it personally.
No worries, not a problem. Okay, sounds good. Lower back and calves. Great. Thank you, Mary Liz. Okay, if there's anybody else that has any requests, if not, we're going to get started. Ideally, if you have something you could sit on, that's going to be great. A block or a cushion or a pillow or just a rolled up towel. And then, especially since we're going to do calf work, a strap or a like a hand towel or something like that. Again, my name is Meredith. Like with any yoga practice, you need to be mindful of yourself, obviously. Like I said, I'm pregnant. I'm not going to be laying on my belly. I won't be doing any twists, but I'll guide you through that stuff. So just come to a comfy seat where you're sitting on your sits bones, the bones that are at the base of your pelvis, and reach under and pull that flesh out from underneath the sits bone so that your spine can stack. You don't have to sit cross-legged. You can sit with your legs out or what have you. And just close your eyes for a second. Let your knees relax kind of away from your hips. And just be still for a second. Check in. Notice any sounds that you hear in the room around you. Maybe there's activity going on. Start to peel those sounds away. Notice if you're fidgeting still, see if you can come to some sense of stillness. And then scan your body and notice where you have tension in your body. Maybe there's tension just purely in the way that you're sitting. See if you can mindfully release that tension. And then take a nice deep inhale and let out a sigh that you could hear. Try that one more time. Deep, 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 deep inhale. And start to seal your lips closed. And see if you could bring the breath in and out through your nose only. So when you breathe in through your nose, follow your breath with your mind's eye into your throat. See it go into your chest and fill up your chest cavity. And then into your ribs, fill up your torso. And then finally into your belly. And then on the exhale, pull the belly button back to the spine. Feel the ribs start to corset and the chest fall. And the breath comes out the nose. Try 4 more breaths like that. Inhale, nose. Chest, belly. Exhale, belly. Chest, nose. Inhale, nose. Chest, rib cage and belly. Exhale, belly. Rib cage, chest, and nose. 2 more breaths like that. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, deep inhale through the nose. This time we'll hold the breath at the top. And then open your mouth wide, side out your mouth. Start to bring the hands to the heart center. Yoga, we call this a mudra, a seal, Anjali mudra. Anjali means heart. Just take a moment clearing your mind and maybe setting intention, not only for your practice, but for your day. And then blink the eyes open, reach the arms up tall, look up at them. Circle your hands at your wrists above your head. And then place the left hand on the floor. Press into the floor as you reach the right arm up and over the ear. Stay there or softly bend your elbow. Keep gluing your right sit bone down to the floor. Inhale, come up, interlace your fingers. Turn your palms up towards the ceiling. Stretch the extensors in your wrist. And then right hand finds the floor. Left arm reaches up and over you. Press into the floor. Glue that left sit bone down. And then soften into the right elbow. Come back up through center again. Interlace the hands, palm face down this time. Again, extend through the elbows. And then grab onto the front of your knees, round your back, chin to chest. And then reverse that, place the hands behind you, and now open your chest, lift your chin. Release that, come back to neutral, circle the head around to the left. Pausing maybe for a second, left ear, left shoulder. Head back, right ear, right shoulder. Head forward, and then reverse that circle, right ear, right shoulder, head back, left ear, left shoulder, chin to chest. Remove the bolster from underneath you, come over onto your hands and knees in a quadruped position. Fingers are flat, knees are underneath the hips, toes are curled under. And as you inhale here, lift your tailbone, slide your shoulder blades down, look up. And then as you exhale, reverse that, round your back, chin to chest. 2 more like that. Inhaling, tail up, shoulders down, heart and chin up. Exhaling, round back, tailbone under you. Push the floor away, get space between your shoulder blades. 1 more time, inhale there. And 1 more time, exhale. Now reverse the breath there. Start in a neutral spine, rounding your back, take an inhale there, breathe into the space between your shoulder blades. And then exhale, belly button to spine as you reverse arch your back. 2 more like that. Inhale, round back. Exhale, reverse arch. 1 more time, inhale, round. Exhale, reverse arch. Come back to neutral spine. Plant the toes down towards the floor now, and we're just gonna shift bum to heels. So we're stretching the front part of your legs, your lower legs, your shins. And then shift forward. Let your pelvis get like a little bit soft as you just kind of sloppily come forward. 2 more times like that. Shift back, press your hands into the floor to add a little bit of resistance of your bum on your heels. And then come forward, opening up the hip flexors. 1 more time. Shift back, shift forward. And then come back, this time draw your knees together, keep your toes where they are, bum to heels, rock your right sit bone off of your right heel, walk your arms around to the left, and stretch out in your low right side of your back. So kind of your QL area over here, the low kind of right corner of the back, right above the pelvis. Switch sides, left bum off of your left heel. Walk the arms around to the right. Pin that left sit bone towards the floor and really stretch out of it. Come back to neutral spine here. Take your right leg back behind you. Extend through your right leg. Belly button to spine, flat back, left arm forward. Inhale there. Exhale, bring your knee into your chest and your left elbow taps the knee. 2 more times like that. Inhale, lengthen. Stretch out long, flex through your foot so you're getting a nice calf stretch through there. And then knee to chest. 1 more time. Lengthen as you inhale. Exhale as you contract. Come back to neutral again, lengthen again. See if you could peel your left foot up off the floor and balance there. Engage through your abdominals. And then glue your left foot down, reach back, left hand grabs onto the right foot, push foot into hand, hand into foot, open up your left chest and open up your right thigh. Lengthen long again as you inhale. Ground your left hand to the floor, ground your right foot to the floor and reach out of it in gate pose. Wriggle your bicep behind your ear, look up towards the ceiling. Right hand finds the floor, knees are gonna go wide here. Thread the needle, right arm under left arm, come down on the outside of your right shoulder now. Right ear, left arm forward. Lengthen your left arm forward, send your hips back an inch or two and see if you can get a nice stretch through your left side of your torso and through your lat. Release that. Come back to neutral again. Knees underneath the hips, switching sides. Left foot flexes, so actively flex the foot. Toes curled towards your shin, right arm forward. Lengthen as you inhale. Engage your left butt to raise your leg up. So don't let it all dump into your back. We just were stretching out the back. Exhale, knee to chest, elbow to knee. 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, contract. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, contract. Lengthen as you inhale. Bend through the knee, capture the foot in the hand, hand to the foot, open up your right side of your chest, open up the left thigh. And then lengthen again. Pause there as you peel your right foot up off the ground, you balance. And then right hand finds the floor, gate pose, open up through the left hip and the left side of your body, reach your left arm over your ear. Send the bicep back behind the ear as you press the hip forward and breathe. Release that. Both knees down now. If you need to pad your knees, slide a towel underneath your knees. Take your left foot forward. Right knee is down, left foot is forward, top of the right foot is down towards the floor. You may need a block here or like something to balance with. Shift forward into your left knee. Plant the hands to your left thigh. Grab onto some thigh muscle there. Slide it forward as you start to lift your heart up. Slide your shoulders down and back. So none of this shrugging shoulders. Breathe there for 3. Get long through the hip flexor. Breathe for 2. And 1. Take that block to balance on the left side. Reach your right arm up and over the ear. Send your right hip to the right and your right arm over to the left. Release that. Put the block on the inside of your left foot and then swing your low right leg in. So swing it in. And then again, lunge forward into that left knee. This one we're going to make dynamic for the inside thighs. Come back to neutral. Lunge forward into the left knee. Come back to neutral. One more time, lunge forward into the left knee, placing your left arm on the inside of the knee, reach your right arm up and over. So press the knee into that left arm as the left arm equally presses into the knee and get a little bit of a resistance stretch through the groin and the inside thigh muscles. Lengthening out of that with your right arm. Release that. Left knee down, switch sides. So just turn around on your mat. Take your right foot forward this time. Lunge into your right knee. Top of your left foot is on the ground. Grab onto some real estate on that right thigh. Start to lift your heart up out of it. Drop your shoulders down, draw them back. Lift your chin, breathe for 3. And you don't want to go into like the most intense version first. Maybe on your second or third breath, you can lunge a little further. Breathe for 2. And 1. Right hand finds your block. Left arm reaches up and over the ear. Send your left hip to the left. Send your left arm over to the right. Come back to neutral. Internally throw that left lower leg. Externally rotate your left hip. Right arm on the inside of the knee. This one we do dynamic, 3 lunges. Lunge into it. Get a nice long stretch. You'll feel it on both sides of your legs. For 2, right arm is on the inside of the knee. And 1. Pause this one. Right arm on the inside. Press into the inside of the knee. Reach your left arm over the ear. Press the knee away as the knee presses into the arm for 3. For 2. And 1. Good. Release that. Block off of the mat. Spin yourself back again. Hands come down. We're going to come up into downward facing dog. Curl your toes under. Have your feet be as wide as your hips with your toes slightly pigeon-toed, and lift the hips. So walk your dog to start with. So be a little movement there. Press into the right heel, bend the left knee, press into the left heel, bend the right knee. Just kind of alternate there. Relax your head down and relax your shoulders. The tendency is to shrug the shoulders. Try not to shrug the shoulders. So let your shoulder blades slide down your back, and you might need to activate them a little bit to do that. Now come to stillness. Glue your left heel down. Bend into your right knee and press the floor away from you. That's going to be a pretty intense stretch on that left calf. If you want to add more, you can hook your right toes, big toe, middle toe around your left Achilles tendon, and you can add a little bit more length. If you're worried about your calves are too tight, I don't suggest that. And then switch, right heel down, left knee bends, press into the floor again. Get that right heel as close to the floor as it can. And then again, if you want to hook the toes, you can add a little bit of resistance there to glue the heel towards the floor. Good. Shift forward into a plank position. Pause there. Get your shoulders down. Engage your abdominals. Take your knees down first. And then your chin and your chest are going to come down second. So your hips are still lifted off the floor. Okay? Then you're going to slide yourself all the way out onto your belly. So you're prone on your belly, flat on your belly. We're going to do 3 extensions for the spine. Draw your shoulders down, lift your chin for cobra. Inhale there, chest up, comes up a little bit. And then exhale, come down. See if you can draw your hands back slightly. Inhale again, lift your chest, lift your chin, maybe lift your gaze. Exhale, come down. Last time, slide the hands back a smidge. Inhale, draw the shoulder blades together and down the back, lift for cobra. And exhale, come down. Come up for upward facing dog. So again, hips are forward, elbows are fully extended this time. You could also stay in cobra if you wish. Exhale, child's pose, knees open wide. Toes together, belly between your thighs, relax your head. Breathe in, breathe out. Look forward as you inhale. Round your back into cat pose as you exhale. Reverse arch your back into cow pose as you inhale. And then curl your toes, downward facing dog. Long spine, lifted hips.
Press your chest towards your thighs, drop your shoulders down out of your ears, shake your head yes, and shake your head no. Slowly walk your feet towards your hands and fingertip the floor if your hamstrings are really tight. Feet are going to be hip width distance, hands come underneath the knees. Inhale, extend your spine, so that means reverse arch your back, look forward. Exhale, slide the hands down to the feet, forward bend. 2 more times like that. Inhale, use your back muscles to lift your heart. Exhale, release. Last one, inhale, hands transfer to the hips. Exhale, come up with a flat back. Feet come together, mountain pose. Reach the arms up overhead, inhale there. Exhale, arms open wide, chest leads the movement, forward bend. Inhale, lengthen your spine, flat back, look forward. Exhale, step it back to downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out as you press the chest towards your thighs. Shift forward into a plank position. Come all the way down, belly and chest to the mat. Slide yourself all the way out, prone belly. You'll do that. I'll stay in upward facing dog. Cobra pose or upward facing dog, inhale. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, round your back into cat pose. Inhale, reverse your spine, cow pose. Exhale, downward facing dog as if nothing ever happened. Toes are slightly pigeon-toed so you can't see the inner edge of your heel. Inhale. Exhale, press the chest towards the thighs. You're gonna feel this all the way down the back of your legs, all the way to the heels. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Look forward to your hands. Walk the feet forward to meet them. Inhale, fingertips to the floor this time, or if that's not accessible, then grab above your ankles. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward bend. Flat back brings you all the way up. Reach your arms up, reverse swan dive over your head. Interlace the hands above you. Have your index fingers point towards the top. Hinge over to your left, send the hips to the right. Hinge over to the right, send the hips to the left. Come back to neutral, hands to heart center. Start with your right foot forward and your left foot back. Start in a crescent lunge position. So your heel is lifted. I'm just going to tilt this up a little bit so you can see what's going on. Heel is lifted. And then bring your hands to the heads of your hips. Send your hips forward as you lunge into that right knee. Take the arms up over your head. Bend your elbows. So cactusing your elbows. Focus on trying to get your fingers back and not drawing your elbows forward, but keeping them right in line with your chest, lifting up through your heart. So you get a really nice chest opener, heart opener there. Look up at the ceiling as you do that. Don't just fling your head back. Have your sternum lead the way. And then ground your left foot to the floor. Rise into warrior one. Reach the arms straight up over your head. Inhaling there. Exhaling there. Interlace the hands behind your back. Extend your elbows, open up your chest, and then hinge forward on the inside of your right knee. Maybe your right shoulder comes down there, maybe it doesn't. Now release the hands and claw your hands off of the left side of your mat. Just get long through your torso. So I've got my left foot grounded, I've got my right foot forward. I'm sending my hips slightly back as I reach my fingertips forward. Now walk the hands around so that they're framing your right foot. Keep your left hand down, peel your right arm up. Breathing there for 3. For 2, twists are what yogis say keeps the spine supple. And 1, release both fingertips, release your left knee to the floor, and now extend through your right leg. Now you'll notice I pulled these floppy pants up. My right knee is soft, okay? So it's not fully jacked out and extended. Keep your right knee soft and kind of dig your right heel into the ground, almost like you want to slide your heel back towards your butt. Okay, so dig it into the ground, slide your right sit bone back, lengthen your spine. You're doing this all at once, and then hinge forward, leading with your chin. So not rounding your back, flattening your back to lead with your chin. For 3. If you have the ability to grab onto your toes, grab on and give them a little bit of love. So kind of flex them and extend them. We really ignore the toes until they hurt. And 1. Release that. Right foot's gonna come to the ground. Bend into your right knee, curl your left toes, and send it back to downward facing dog. Breathe in. Press the chest back to the thighs. On your exhale, lift your sit bones a little bit higher. That's gonna bring a stretch into the upper part of your hamstrings. You might feel it in the medial hamstring as well, the kind of the inside one. And then look forward between your hands. Send your left foot forward. Right heel is down this time. Excuse me, right foot is down this time, heel is lifted. Transfer the hands to the left thigh. Square off the hips, transfer the hands to the head of the hips. Engage your abdominals, engage your belly button back to the spine. Reach the arms up. Lengthen first. Again, cactus the arms. Open up the chest. Draw your shoulder blades together. And then send your fingers back as you lift the gaze for 3. For 2. And 1. Ground your right foot to the floor. 45-degree angle there. Bend into your left knee. Square off the hips again. Warrior 1. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, interlace the hands behind your back. Extend the elbows. Open up your chest. And then again, hinge forward. Humble warrior. Wring out the shoulders. Relax your head down. Release the hands, take them off of your mat as you send your hips back, send your arms forward. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. And 1. Walk around so that your heel comes off the mat again in the right. Your right knee will come down, framing your left foot, shift back, hamstring stretch. Dig the heel into the mat, keep the knee unlocked. Lengthen your spine, inhale there, send your left sit bone back, and then exhale, hinge. Breathe for 3. If you can, go for that toe love, flexing and extending. Breathe for 2. And breathe for 1. Come back into the lunge, curl your right toes under, shoot it back, downward facing dog. Your option to go into your plank position and to roll through all the way down to the mat. Come to cobra or upward dog and then shift back and join us in downward dog. We'll be here for 3 more breaths. Breathing in and out through your nose if you can. Good. Look forward between your hands. Step your feet forward to meet them. Lengthen your spine. We're gonna go into a hamstring stretch here. You might need to grab your towel or your strap. Okay, feet are going to be hip width distance. I'm gonna stay sideways to the screen so you can see what I'm doing. Now, feet are about 2 fist distance apart. The strap is underneath my feet, okay? So the key thing here with this hamstring stretch is to take the stretch in your hamstrings and not launching it always into your low back. Remember, your hamstrings are an extension of your low back. So your low back might feel tight, but it could be coming from these big Hauser muscles down here that are causing the tension here, and you just feel like you only want to stretch in the low back. So let's work on the hamstrings. So you're gonna bend your knees and your belly and your chest are gonna rest on your thighs. Okay, so rest the belly and the chest on the thighs. Grab onto the strap or the towel with your hands. Okay, rest the belly and the chest. I'm not able to do that, but y'all can do that. And then I want you to lengthen your spine and have your chest peel up a little bit, okay, not a lot, just to get long through your spine. And then start to straighten out your legs, but don't let your belly leave your thighs, okay? Your chest is gonna come off, but your belly is not going to come off. You're pushing down with your feet, you're pulling up on the strap with your hands, and your belly never leaves your thighs. You can relax your head down. Your spine can still be long and not rounded, so none of the round back. Breathe for 3. This should be smack in the center of your hamstrings. If you're feeling strain here, you're rounding your back, you're doing something different. Breathe for 2. And breathe for 1. Release that, slide that strap or towel out. Roll yourself all the way up to a standing position. Take your left foot forward. Take your right foot back. Now we're gonna work on some open poses, some open hip poses. Right foot is going to be at a 90-degree angle to where the left foot is, and then bend into your left knee. Hands are to hips to start with, okay? Start to work your right shoulder forward towards the front of your mat, and then transfer the hands forward and back into warrior 2. Press out through the outer edge of the right foot. Bend deep into that left knee. Star pose, reach the arms up, extending them, straighten the legs, and then exhale, bend into the legs. 2 more times, reach up, inhale. Exhale, bend into the leg. 1 more time, inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend into the leg, right hand, right leg, slide it down, reverse the warrior, send the left arm up over the ear, inhale there. And then exhale, left elbow, left thigh, side angle pose, right arm reaches up and over the ear. Really open up the chest here. So don't collapse in the right shoulder, open up the chest. Take the right hand to the right hip, extend through your left leg and rise. Lengthen your arms out long. Triangle pose, send your torso forward. Keep your back nice and flat. Keep that right foot rooted. Take the left hand below the left knee. Reach the right arm up and over the ear. Make it dynamic. Reach your right arm back behind you. Palms are facing out. Rotate them in and then stretch out of it. Come back up to the original posture. Do that 2 more times. Each time you come back up, I want you to feel like you're growing out of your torso. 1 more time. Come all the way up and open. Shift the gaze up. Right hand, right hip. Send it back up. Turn your left foot in. Interlace the hands behind your back. Extend through the elbows. Your palms are glued together, so don't allow any opening. Palms glued together. Open up the chest, lengthen the elbows. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. Ring out the shoulders there.
Send your sit bones up towards the ceiling. Press into the outer edges of your feet. Release that. Hands underneath the shoulders. Lengthen through your spine. Look forward. And then turn your right foot to the front. Keep your left foot right where it is. Rise up. Other side, warrior two. Hands to hips to start with. Left foot 90-degree angle. Right foot facing towards what's now the top of your mat. Send your hips forward. Extend your arms. Right arm in front, left arm in back. Bend into the knee. Star pose. Take it up, lengthen, stretch out. Exhale, bend into the knee. Inhale, lengthen. One thing to pay attention to when you bend into your knee, make sure you can see your big right toe on the inside of your knee. One more time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend into the knee. Good, left hand slides down the left side, right arm reaches up and over the ear. Reversing the warrior. And then side angle pose, right elbow, right thigh. Left arm reach up and over. Again, get that bicep behind the ear. Press your hip forward, lengthen. Look up, inside of the left arm. Left hand, left hip, straighten through the right leg. Lengthen the arms, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Hinge forward to start with. Pause there. Get a nice stretch in the upper inner part of your right leg. And then right hand down. Left arm up. Open up the chest like you're in a big toaster and you don't want to burn your bum. So send your bum underneath you, your right sit bone underneath you. So don't just let your butt fly out from behind you. Let's make it dynamic. Left arm swings down, palm in, palm out, send it back up. Left arm down, palm in, palm up, grow out of your torso like you're a yogi starfish. Get long through your appendages. One more time. And up, pause there. Look up at that left hand, left hip, send it up. Second round, wide-legged forward fold, feet in, hinge forward. This time, if you can, either grab a toe lock, so 2 fingers and a thumb around each toe, bending your elbows to peel your chest in towards your thighs, or just grab onto the outsides of your legs and do the same thing. If you really want an intense hamstring, grab onto the inner part of your thighs. So you're wrapping your arms around behind your thighs, and you're gonna internally rotate your own thigh muscles. So I'm turning my thigh muscles in, like counterclockwise and clockwise. Good, release that. We're gonna do one balance pose here. We're gonna do Ardha Chandrasana. You might need to have a block of some sort, so grab that. And we're gonna turn the left foot forward. The block is gonna go on the outside. You can also just fingertip the floor. You're gonna bend into your left knee, and you're going to open the hips as you raise your right leg up. Your right foot is flexed. Your right arm will lift, or it could stay on the right hip. Flexing through your right foot, open up your chest by sliding your shoulder blades together. Staying there or reaching back, right foot, right hand, to get a little bit of a quad stretch and opening up the right corner of your chest. Breathe for 3. You can look at the floor or the ceiling. Breathe for 2. Push foot into hand if you do have the bind. And breathe for 1. Release that. Right foot meets the left foot. So they're hip width distance again. I'll spin to the front so you can see what I'm talking about. We're gonna do an IT band stretch for the outer edge of your right leg. Okay, so feet are hip width distance. I'm gonna bend into my left knee. My right leg stays straight,
And I'm gonna walk the arms around to the left. Okay, so you should be feeling this all along the lateral side of your right leg. From your knee up into the hip. Okay, that's your IT, your iliotibial band. Okay, from the iliacus to the tibia. That's why it's called IT, iliotibial band. Relax your head. We'll do the other side after the balance. Release that. Send the block over to the right. Your right foot stays down now. The block is outer edge of your body. Your left leg reaches up along with your left arm or left hand to left hip. Flex through your left foot. Now you can also do this against a wall if your balance is like really wonky. Do this against a wall, but athletes need to work on balance. You need to work on all those stabilizer muscles that help you when you run and stuff like that. Left hand, left foot, if you want to bind it, hand to foot, foot to hand, push foot into hand into foot, open up the chest. Breathe for 3, or stay in the original position. Breathe for 2, and 1. Release it, foot down, stay in that direction or walk it around to the front. Other side, iliotibial. This time right knee bends, left leg stays straight, and we walk around to the right. Don't lock out your left knee, just keep it straight. Breathe for 3, for 2, and 1. Release that. Come down to your knees. Now we're going to do a quad stretch here, and then we'll come down to a seated position. So let's start with your left foot forward and your right knee down. Now you might need a block here or something to prop yourself up, especially if your quads are quite tight, okay? You can also do this standing, but the key thing is that you want to make sure that you're really getting into the quad and not just the tendons above the knee, okay? So my left hand is going to go to the block, my right hand is going to reach back, and you'll notice that I'm not just yanking my heel towards my butt, okay? That's key, because that's just getting into the tendons in the femur, okay? So I'm going to push the foot into the hand to engage my right thigh muscle. And then I'm going to override that push to draw my heel back towards my bum. And then do that 2 more times. Resist with your hand a little bit, push it away. And then override and pull in. 1 more time. Press away with the right hand. Make sure your hips are nice and square. And then override and pull in. Pause there and breathe. Keep pushing away. Keep lightly pulling in. Light push, everybody, not a heavy push. And then release that and switch sides. Right foot goes forward this time. Left knee goes down. Lunge forward into your right knee. Reach back. Left hand, left foot. Push the foot into the hand, engage through your left quad lightly, resisting with your left hand lightly, and then override and pull in. You can also back yourself up to a wall like you see behind me and use the wall. Press away, override, pull in. 1 more time, press away, override and pull in. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. And 1. Release that. Take your block or your bolster, place it on the ground. and come to a seat on top of it. Even if you just have a towel, anything where you raise your sit bones off the floor is going to allow your hips to open a little bit more. And in this position, if you can get into this position, then you can just do one leg at a time in this position too. Ideally, your knee is below your hip. Okay, that's ideal. That's why we're getting the hips up, because the minute I put my sit bones on the floor, my knees raise up because I'm tight in the hips. Okay, so that's why I'm having you raise your butt up off the floor in any fashion that you can. So just let your knees be heavy here. Relax your spine again, just like we did at the beginning. Maybe close your eyes. See if you can stack your vertebrae one on top of the other like a Jenga game. And then include that in your cervical spine as well, your neck spine. And we're just gonna work with your neck for a second and your traps. So blink your eyes open, drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Allow your left shoulder to be weighted and away from your left ear. If you need more of a stretch, sweep your left arm behind you. Now turn your chin towards your right shoulder. Reach your arm up towards the back left side of your head, right behind your ear. Maybe add a little weight there. Don't pull on your head. Just the weight of your hands, the weight of your arm. Release that, come back to neutral, hands neutral, switch sides. Left ear, left shoulder. Allow your right shoulder to fall away. Stay there or sweep the arm behind you. Turn your chin towards your left shoulder. Reach your hand behind the back, behind your right ear. Just the weight of your hands. You're going to get into these muscles that are up into the scalenes, but also wrapping around kind of the back right side of your neck. Come back to center. Drop your chin to your chest. Find your clavicle, the bone that spans your shoulders. Right underneath it, there's some connective tissue there, so drop the fingers underneath it. Push in and pull down like you're trying to bring your chest to your belly. And then reverse that. Lift your chin up. Get nice and long through the neck as you pull away. And then open your mouth wide and close your lower jaw to your upper jaw a couple times. Release that, interlace the hands behind the head. Press your head back into your hands. Open up your chest. And then override that. Pull your chin towards your chest. Draw the tips of your elbows to meet each other. Drop your shoulders. That should feel really nice on the upper part of your back and the lower part of your neck. But you need to make sure that you're doing both of those stretches, not just this forward one. Release that. Close the eyes, bring the hands down to rest on your thighs, palm facing up if you're in the feeling of giving, or palms facing down if you need something today, if you need to receive something today. And place the palms down. In either direction, bring your thumb and your index finger together, Jnana Mudra. Having those connections with our fingers this is a very sensitive part of our body, so it's a reminder to kind of like tune in and not tune out. And as you inhale, inhale nose, chest, torso, and belly. Exhale through your mouth, belly, torso, chest, out the mouth. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Deep, 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 deep. Inhale. Pause at the top. And then exhale any tension that you have left in your body, in your heart, in your mind. Exhale it out. Draw the hands back to the heart center. Anjali Mudra. Connect your thumbs to your sternum. Just take a moment. Remind yourself of that intention that you set for your day. Thumbs come to the forehead. Use that as a reminder to think good thoughts, kind thoughts, happy and healthy thoughts, thoughts that wish well to yourself and to others. Slide to your lips. Use that as a reminder to speak good words, happy and healthy words, words that wish well to you and to others. And then finally, take it to your heart. Thanking yourself for dedicating time and energy, light and love, and hopefully in return, feeling good. From my heart to yours, namaste, happy and a healthy Monday, chai chai. Wishing you guys a wonderful week. Hope that you're feeling good. Can't see any of you, but I think you're doing good. And I look forward to seeing you next week. If you have any comments or questions, you can find me on Facebook, Meredith Bass, or Instagram, Stretch Stronger. So, cool. Have a wonderful Monday, everybody.
Thank you. You too.
My pleasure. Feel good.
Take care.